Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, we got a video by NBA Insider about a true McDonald's All-American. And not like McDonald's as in like basketball McDonald's, like, yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about, bro. Which could be a very poor tasting joke by the time I finish this video, because I don't actually know what it's about. Well, to an extent I do. It's titled, The NBA Player Who Ate His Way Out of the League. I don't think it's Charles Barkley. Let's go ahead and check this out here, man. It's a pretty long one, so I would say grab your snacks, but if it's that type of video, yo, grab some celery, maybe some carrot sticks, something like that. Okay, here we go.
NBA is a league filled
Man,
with
I could be
plenty
setting
of
myself
physically
up
fit
for
players.
bleh.
However, there has also been plenty of out-of-shape players as well.
Right?
Despite this, what if you were told that there was once an NBA player who was so physically out of shape that he was suspended for it?
Suspended? What?
This is his story.
Oh, no.
Welcome to NBA Insider.
An NBA Insider production presents Once Upon a Time. Bro, I feel like I'm like watching Harry Potter. Something magical, yeah, it's Harry Potter, bro. A slight twist in the plot, okay? Yeah, we're definitely watching some Harry Potter here, man. Chronicles of Narnia. Or like one of those like man, one of them shows on Netflix, like the documentaries about like murderers and stuff. And a sudden change of events. Untold stories. Okay, let's get to it.
John Sam Williams was born on October 26, 1966 in Los Angeles, California. In ninth grade, he was a pudgy basketball standout who helped lead Carver Junior High to 3 straight undefeated seasons. The following year, he led Crenshaw High to a state title and became the first 10th grader ever to be named to the Los Angeles Times All-City team. At just 15 years old, the 6'8", 250-pound junior was already a star. As a talented passer and ball handler, Williams performed incredibly as a senior, averaging 29 points per game, while attracting offers from hundreds of college recruiters. And the better he played, the more advisors he seemed to collect. Then, on April 22, 1984, the McDonald's All-American would announce that he would be taking his talents to Louisiana State University.
OJ Mayo.
This was a decision his mother made for
OJ Mayo, they had a little bit too much OJ and Mayo. Okay, that once again, poor taste in joke. Okay.
Because she was originally from Louisiana, and John's father also lived there. There was also the fact that John's mother wanted him out of what she thought was a dangerous environment. Regardless, during his time at LSU, Williams played 2 seasons for the Tigers, averaging 15.8 points and 7.6 rebounds.
Respectable.
Was named the Southeastern Conference Freshman of the Year, led the SEC in rebounding as a sophomore, was elected for an MVP, and helped lead his team to the NCAA Final Four. Williams was a complete front court player, passing, rebounding, scoring, running the offense, a rare point power forward.
Like Lamar Odom.
Aside from this, John also had a silky smooth shot, handled the ball well, and easily performed great drop steps with his back to the goal. The forward could break the press and power the ball through taller guys in the post. Overall, many considered him to be one of the most versatile players at LSU. So following Louisiana State University, with his size and main strengths of ball handling and passing, Williams entered the 1986 NBA Draft, where on June 17, 1986, he was selected by the Washington Bullets in the first round as the 12th overall pick. This was a time in NBA history in which teams were searching for a player who had similar skill sets to that of Magic Johnson, a trend in which athletes with the size, skill, and ability to perform in multiple positions would outshine the rest. John Williams met all of the above requirements. When he left LSU, John seemed headed for certain stardom. He was an unselfish player, the kind who made other players around him better, like Magic, like Bird. At just 19 years old, he would sign a 4-year, $1 million plus contract with the Bullets and become the NBA's youngest player and possibly the heaviest. You see, when Williams left college early, he became obese and sluggish.
Me too.
Team officials,
except I did that before college and before high school. Like I was pretty much
were disgusted when he didn't show up for scheduled knee rehabilitation because of his weight or refused to stay in shape. One team's scouting report even went as far as calling him lazy. Nonetheless,
how dare they?
The Bullets deemed him enormously talented and worthy of a first-round
Poor
draft
choice
pick.
of words.
As a rookie, John showed up for his first day of professional training camp almost 2 weeks late and weighing in at 260 pounds. Kevin Loughery, the coach of the Washington Bullets at the time, was extremely shocked to see John was way out of shape
and 2
came
weeks
to the
late.
conclusion that he would be a tremendous disappointment. However, Williams did not disappoint for long. In his first 3 seasons, he averaged 9.2, 12.8, and 13.7 points per game.
Okay, I mean, role player numbers, but not bad.
You know, I'm sure that John Williams still surprised,
especially back then.
The smoothness that he has, the speed that he has. That time he blew right by Jay Humphries.
As a rookie, he averaged just under 10 points and 5 rebounds per game. Despite his size, Williams was a highly skilled basketball player who was in particular an exceptionally good passer and averaged over 4 assists per game in 3 separate seasons, an excellent average for a player his size. He was frequently used as a point forward, handling the ball and conducting the offense. The following season, he improved his game significantly, starting 37 of 82 games. By the 1988 NBA season, he achieved career-high totals in almost every statistical category while coming off of the bench. Williams could do it all: run the court, handle the ball, shoot from medium to long range, rebound, block shots, and much more. He was literally the definition of an all-around player, considering he was playing all 5 positions while establishing himself as one of the league's best performers. By 1989, his 3rd year with the team, Williams averaged nearly 14 points a game, an impressive performance that earned him a 6-year, $6 million contract from the franchise. But despite all of this, there was still one thing that was holding him back from becoming an even greater player than he already was.
Health.
John was overwhelmed by weight and knee problems, each of which worsened the other. In fact,
does that remind you of anybody? And I'm not saying this person we're talking about has like fat weight problems, but just being a heavier set guy. It sounds like the first overall pick of this previous NBA draft. I'm just saying.
Williams often tipped the scales at more than 300 pounds. Due to this, he was widely known to many as John Hot Plate Williams, a childish nickname given to him as a
I was thinking Shaquille O'Neal, but I didn't want to say it.
Joke by an NBA writer. While this label was given to indicate his love for food, it was also because the career of John Hot Plate Williams was frequently overlapped with John Hot Rod Williams, the Cleveland Cavaliers forward who not only held the same first and last name, but also played basketball in Louisiana at Tulane University and entered the NBA in the same draft year. Due to this, there would be frequent confusion as to which player was meant when people referred to the name John Williams. Despite the fact that it was true that Williams dealt with obesity throughout his life, his weight troubles truly began on December 2nd of 1989 when he injured his knee in the Bullets' 18th game and had to sit out the rest of the season.
Ooh.
It was a depressing time for him, especially considering the fact that he had never suffered from a serious injury.
Look at that shit, bro. Look what he grabbed my damn face. Bro, somebody call that.
As if that was not bad enough, it was also around this time that he received news that 2 of his best friends from his old neighborhood in South Central Los Angeles had passed away, one of which drowned to death. To top it all off, he was receiving a lot of pressure from his family. His grandmother had recently suffered from a heart attack. His mother had lost her only job and totaled her car.
All right, it's time to be nice. I'll be nice for the rest of the video now.
His dad was handicapped and needed medications, and his girlfriend was pregnant. As a matter of fact, as the Bullets' top draft pick in 1986, Williams told reporters he was obliged to turn pro as a 19-year-old LSU sophomore to support his mother.
Yeah, a lot of pressures.
Everybody was depending on him. He would get calls every day from families saying they needed this and that, yet no one would call to check to see how he was doing.
Right.
In total, he was supporting about 10 people, including his mother, a grandfather, uncles, aunts, and cousins. Everyone needed some sort of financial support from him. Williams felt like he had to live up to everyone's expectations.
Well, dang, I feel bad for the kid
With
now.
all of this stress and frustration of inactivity, he would turn to the only thing that would comfort him: food. When asked if food was an addiction for him, John himself would claim he had gained a craving for all the wrong foods. This included burgers, fried chicken, red meats, and a variety of other foods filled with lots of fat.
Damn, that's
to
like
make
my everyday
matters worse,
diet.
he would sometimes stay at home watching TV all day with a bucket of chicken, hamburgers, french fries, milkshake.
That sounds like my Saturday nights. Like, I better get myself in check.
Shakes and a 6-pack of beer. And if that wasn't enough, he would add a pint of ice cream for good measure. Williams would claim that since he could not do any physical activities, he would rather eat and do nothing to help ease his pain. Little did he realize that these actions would actually bring himself more pain than ever before. By the summer of 1990, Williams' weight had soared to 302 pounds.
Wow.
The Washington Bullets were shocked by how he managed to gain so much weight in such a short period of time. They immediately placed him in a weight reduction and knee rehabilitation program in Los Angeles. Over the next 2 months, John would only lose 7 pounds.
Oh, no. Okay, I don't want to make a joke. But I'm not joking here. I'm just bringing it up. It reminds me of that episode of Hey Arnold where Harold went to the Weight Watchers cruise and he came back and he actually gained more weight. It kind of reminds me of that because like he just kept on eating the all-you-can-eat salad. That was what I thought of.
He would consistently miss appointments with doctors and dietitians. Due to this, the Washington Bullets decided to stop paying him. At the time, Williams was losing more than $13,000 per game.
Can you just stop paying?
A serious amount of money for a man who was making 2 house and 2 child support payments every month.
Contract, man.
As retaliation, he decided to skip the team's training camp. Yet, even at 300 pounds, the standout power forward still maintained his great vision and passing skills. So in a final attempt to change his ways, that same year, the Washington Bullets would make Williams the ultimate offer. If he returned to Washington and entered a weight program, he would receive back his money, which was roughly $750,000.
Oh, hell yeah, bro!
To top it off, if he held a weight of 260 pounds or less between then and the first day of training camp, he would receive a bonus of $200,000.
Damn, man, that's almost a mil.
The franchise was literally willing to pay him to lose more weight. Williams obviously accepted the offer and returned to Washington weighing 300 pounds. He began exercising and refrained from eating fried and fatty foods. Instead, he ate broiled fish, fruit, and only drank water. At first, it seemed to be working. He met his first weight goal and received $100,000. However, he would go on to fail his second weigh-in before skipping the next 3, therefore not receiving any more money. By now, the franchise was extremely upset. Since his arrival to the team in 1986, John Williams had skipped training camp, became 45 pounds overweight, lost more than $200,000 in missed games, and played just 51 games over the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, at that point,
so after patiently waiting 10 months for him to make a change in weight.
Why is there handcuffs? Bros, don't tell me they threw this man in jail because he enjoyed a little burger and fries every now and then.
Only for him to weigh even more than before. The Washington Bullets would send Williams a written warning, seeking further relief from the injuries and significant harm that he had caused them. In hindsight, the franchise was looking to sue John Williams for being overweight.
You can't
do
that.
In the 1991-92 season, after undergoing knee surgery, the Washington Bullets simply decided to suspend the 6'8" power forward. By this time, he was still 300 pounds. Then on October 8th, 1992, after 5 seasons with the franchise, the Washington Bullets finally decided to trade Williams to the Los Angeles Clippers. In LA, Williams would continue his bad eating habits. At the time, Elgin Baylor, a former NBA player, was the Clippers' general manager. Halfway through the season, he decided to put John in the weight loss program as well. But when that did not work, the Clippers had no choice but to also suspend him.
Quit trying the same ways to help him. Like, you obviously got to, like, obviously what they're doing is not working. You got to help this man in a different way. You know, you really got to break through to him, man. That's why, I don't know. It's just like, that wasn't working. So by suspending him, you're only going to further his condition. Like, help the kid out in a different way.
By now, 2 teams, the Washington Bullets and the Los Angeles Clippers, had given up after both suspended him for being overweight and out of shape.
It's kind of sad.
At just 28 years old, Williams, while still trying to prove he had not eaten himself out of the league, was about to give it all up.
I mean, he's no different than like Big Baby Davis or Kendrick Perkins. Like, yeah, he's a big boy, but he was still putting up numbers, wasn't he?
Was until he received a phone call from Larry Brown, the coach of the Indiana Pacers.
That's a goal right there.
He was still interested.
That's a goal right there, man.
On October 7th, 1994, Brown signed Williams to a $350,000 contract as a free agent, a significant decrease from the $1.1 million he was receiving in Los Angeles the previous season. but an opportunity nonetheless.
Larry
this
will get
made
right.
sense to the Pacers,
Guaranteed.
considering Williams was still a talented player who could provide some valuable skills. His ability to drive the lane with great hands, take control of the ball, and sometimes make a lovely finger roll shot clearly stood out to the franchise. Other times, on a fast break, he was able to take the middle and then effortlessly whip a no-look pass. But unfortunately for them, he was sometimes unable to finish because he could not jump high enough. And on defense, he often couldn't keep up as he would quickly get tired thanks to his weight.
Well, he's like beginning of the year Jokic.
Larry would pay Williams to travel and work out with the team, but not to participate in games. His main job was to lose weight. The team believed that Williams would have to shed another 25 pounds before he could return to his status as a menace to other teams, instead of being a problem to himself.
I'm trying to get like that, bro.
This made sense, because in reality, he was too heavy. If he had continued playing, it would only be a matter of time before something really bad happened. After speaking with numerous dietitians, nutritionists, as well as psychologists, John came to the conclusion that he was ready to get back in shape once again.
Good for him.
Williams' new suggested diet consisted of low-fat foods, plenty of vegetables and fruit, and no more eating late. In the Pacers locker room after a preseason game, there was a chocolate birthday cake for Williams, just as there was whenever any Pacer had a birthday. The other players helped themselves. Williams didn't. He began working hard in practice, always being on time.
Good for him.
He would push the plates away, began sweating more, and constantly drank water. Eventually, he would once again drop another 30 pounds.
Damn!
After a few months of this constant routine, it seemed as if his dedication was finally paying off. However, in the end, he still could not control his eating habits. Similar to his previous years, Williams would lose 30 to 40 pounds and gain those same 30 to 40 pounds right back. When the season began, the Pacers had to cut their roster to 12 players. The franchise placed Williams on the injured list, claiming that he had suffered from knee issues, when in reality, the only problem he had was between him and the scale. Then, on March 4th, 1995, John Williams was publicly waived by the Indiana Pacers.
Oh, man.
Although he was given a chance to salvage what was once one of the most promising but gluttonous careers in the NBA, Williams decided to choose food over his future.
I don't think he chose food over his future. I think he had some sort of eating mental issue that, resulted in that, but I don't think he wanted that to happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he wanted that to happen.
It was cut before the end of the season. By 1995, John Williams would officially leave the NBA.
I'll take him to Detroit right now.
John Williams was one of the most naturally graceful and ridiculously smoothest players ever. He was a talented athlete with a tremendous skill set, a point guard, and a power forward's body. The perfect prototype for power forwards yet to come. John Williams had the game to be an all-star. Yet, while other players managed to get themselves caught up with drugs or alcohol, he lacked the discipline needed to stay in shape. In the 5 injury...
Notice how drugs and everything is illegal like that. Or alcohol, there's so many regulations to it. But, when it comes to fast food, these companies are literally allowed to manipulate ingredients, manipulate the formulas to make you more addicted to it. So, in a way, you can almost say fast food is worse.
Plague seasons he participated in, his productivity drastically declined. He missed more than half of the NBA seasons due to various injuries, some of which, though not necessarily caused by his weight, were certainly aggravated by it. All in all, his 8-year NBA career included 5 seasons with the Washington Bullets, 2 with the Los Angeles Clippers, and 1 with the Indiana Pacers. Following this, he played a couple of years in the ACB League in Spain with modest success.
There we go.
In the end, while it is true that John Williams was an exceptionally good passer, ball handler, and overall offensive force, the fact of the matter is, it's hard to imagine what sort of player he could have become had he lost the weight desired by NBA teams. It's possible that on a better team in a different system, he definitely could have been better. But the truth is, now we will never know.
Never know. All right, that is the end of the video there, guys. I don't really have much more to say. I kind of gave you guys my thoughts throughout the video. I guess, what's this? All right, it's some end credits right here. But yeah, man, so I'm going to go eat a salad. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out. Probably not going to go have a salad. That was cap. This is awkward. It's not shutting off. It's not shutting off!